The Billionaire's Father, A Heartbreaking Family Story by Selene Ardent. Chapter 5. The Crucible of Trials. The skyscraper that housed Hayes International loomed like a monument of glass and steel. For Emily, its gleaming surface felt like a gateway to the future. For David, it felt like a trap. When they walked into the vast marble lobby, they were dwarfed by towering ceilings, bustling employees, and the hum of controlled chaos. The siblings checked in at the front desk, and within minutes were escorted upstairs. Waiting for them was Richard Hayes himself, sharp in a grey suit, flanked by two executives. His eyes lingered on each of them in turn. "Today," he said, "you stop being children of Robert Miller and start becoming your own people. The company is not a playground, nor is it a charity. It's a crucible. You'll either emerge stronger or you'll burn out. I'll let time decide." He gestured toward two separate doors. "Emily, you'll follow Ms. Reynolds. David, you'll follow Mr. Carter. From this moment, your paths diverge." Emily squeezed David's hand briefly. He pulled away, scowling. Then, without another word, they each stepped into their own unknown. Emily followed Ms. Reynolds, a sharp-eyed woman with brisk steps, into the operations floor. Rows of desks stretched out, each buzzing with phones, keyboards, and conversations. "This is the nerve center of Hayes International," Reynolds explained. "We coordinate logistics, suppliers, shipments, and client needs. A single mistake here can cost millions." Emily swallowed hard. Reynolds stopped at a desk piled high with files. "You'll assist here. Review these invoices, cross-check shipment logs, and flag discrepancies. Simple, but relentless. Let's see if you have the patience." Emily nodded, her heart racing. The hours blurred. She combed through spreadsheets, compared numbers, corrected mistakes. Every time she thought she was done, another pile appeared. The phones rang constantly. Workers barked orders, printers whirred. Sweat gathered at her temples, but she pressed on. By evening, her eyes burned, but she spotted something: a shipment incorrectly logged, destined for the wrong port. She flagged it, double-checked, and sent it to Reynolds. The supervisor reviewed it, then gave her the barest nod. "Good catch. That mistake would have cost us $500,000. For the first time in years, Emily felt a flicker of pride. The next day, Emily was assigned to shadow a team manager. She expected more numbers and screens, but instead, she found herself on the warehouse floor. Workers loaded crates, forklifts rumbled, and sweat mingled with sawdust in the air. "Supply chains are built on people," the manager said. "Understand the people, and you'll understand the company." Emily spent hours speaking with workers, listening to their complaints about broken equipment, long shifts, and family struggles. She didn't know what solutions to offer, but she listened, and that mattered. By the end of the week, whispers circulated among employees. "That new Miller girl, she listens, she cares." Emily didn't know if she was succeeding in the company's eyes, but for the first time, she felt she was part of something bigger. On Friday evening, she was handed a nearly impossible assignment: draft a logistics proposal for a major client in 24 hours. No help, no shortcuts. Emily stayed the night in the office. Her hands cramped, her head pounded, but she pushed through. She remembered her father's words. Strength isn't about what you lift. It's about what you carry, even when it breaks you. When she submitted the proposal at dawn, her eyes were red, her hair a mess. Hayes himself reviewed it later that day. He didn't smile, but his voice carried weight. You have resilience. That matters more than talent. For Emily, that single sentence was worth every sleepless hour. David, meanwhile, was led by Mr. Carter, a stern man with steel-grey hair, straight to the shipping yard. You thought you'd sit in an office, Carter sneered. Wrong. Out here, you'll start at the bottom. Manual labor. No shortcuts. David stared in disbelief. You want me to haul boxes? Me? Yes. You'll either haul or go home. Your choice. Grumbling, David joined the crew. He carried crates, sweated under the sun, and listened to workers snicker at his soft hands and clumsy movements. His pride burned hotter than the August heat. That night, his muscles ached, and blisters bloomed on his palms. He nearly quit. But when he saw the hard faces of the workers, men twice his age lifting twice his load without complaint, shame forced him to return the next morning. On Wednesday, Carter gave David a clipboard. Today, you're foreman. Direct the crew. But here's the catch. You'll be judged not by how much work gets done, but by how many men respect you at the end. David panicked. The workers didn't like him. They barely listened when he spoke. But slowly, he realized that barking orders only bred resentment. So, he tried something different. He worked alongside them, hauling, sweating, showing he wasn't above the grind. By day's end, when he gave instructions, a few men actually followed. Not all, but some. It was a start. Carter observed silently, then muttered, "Better." But respect is earned over time, not in a day. On Friday, a forklift malfunction nearly caused a crate to topple. David froze, panic surging, until he remembered Hayes's words, "Pride without direction is arrogance." He acted, shouting clear instructions, guiding workers away, preventing disaster. For once, his voice carried authority. Afterward, Carter clapped him on the shoulder. "You've got potential, boy. But potential means nothing if you quit when it hurts." David's pride was still raw, but beneath it, something new stirred. Discipline. That weekend, Emily and David met at their apartment. Both were exhausted, sore, but changed. Emily spoke quietly. "It's harder than I thought, but I think I can do this." David snorted, then softened. "You know what's crazy? I actually respect those guys at the yard. Never thought I'd say that." Emily smiled faintly. "Maybe this is what Dad wanted. For us to learn who we are." David didn't answer, but for the first time in years, he didn't argue.